There's another major scandal in London, and again, sex is at the core.
A 34-year-old singer named Janie Jones has been figuring in one of the more lurid vice hearings to be heard in London for quite some time. And now she's in Holloway prison, here, behind me, where she's been sent for trial to face a total of 22 different charges. The story came to light following a 10-day hearing, which involved allegations of payola and prostitution. And some of the charges were apparently aimed at getting records played on the BBC, similar to the old payola scandals that rocked the state some years back. In fact, the papers here have been calling this the payola case. And she's been put into Holloway because the police are afraid that some of the witnesses will either be intimidated or they might even disappear. They say that one of the witnesses has already been very badly intimidated, and they will want to avoid this happening in the future.
One of the more serious charges facing her is that she attempted to murder her former husband, a songwriter, by putting poison in his tea. Newspaper interest is strong, and public interest, fueled by the call girl case involving Lord Lambton, a high official in the Ministry of Defense, has remained high for this case. Readers have been told of orgies, call girls, and prostitution, as well as charges arising from what's called here demanding money with menaces and attempting to pervert the cause of justice. In all, some pretty interesting reading. The White House, a London hotel, is one of a number mentioned in the hearing, and it was alleged that call girls visited the place and took part in a number of so-called parties. It's also been alleged that the purpose of these parties was to influence BBC program producers to play certain records on the air. The pop music shows often come from here, Broadcasting House, in London's Langham Place. And it was said at the trial that some of the producers were invited to Miss Jones' parties by record promoters in an effort to influence her decisions. Another location involved is Miss Jones' home itself, in a quiet street near Regent's Park. And it was alleged that she had a series of two-way mirrors in what one newspaper called her house of vice. It was here, it was said, that she and her fellow defendant organized other parties and then blackmailed some of the participants.
Whatever does happen to Janie Jones and the other defendants, it does seem clear that it's given the British record industry something of a shaking up. In addition, it's also given the British public a set of pretty titillating adventures. And coming hard on the heels of the Lord Lambton-Norma Levy affair, it no doubt brings a smile to many, a wry smile though it might be. And this is John Haywood in London.